Welcome, everybody, to another Flash Hour. This week, we actually have my microphone working. Thank goodness. Yeah, not really great with audio, but it works super amazing this week. I could see the little three thing doing this. Just fixing up a post on X, and then we will dive right in. Oh, a little bit better. Maybe Panda can help me out with that. Give me a looking nice. All right. So if you've never attended a Flash Hour is essentially what we do here is we make sure that you understand what we got done this week, what's coming next week, and we go over a little thing called State of the Trenches to help people funnel in, and of course, allow for some time to grab some coffee, sit down, and all that good jazz. We also do a Flash overview. That's typically something that we like to just talk about because it's just a highlight. It's something in particular that the team wanted to point out. So that is what we will be going through today. There he is, sir. How are you this beautiful morning? Well, my morning, I should say. Your afternoon, actually.
Yep. Anyways, GM everyone. Just exhausted my cloud limits and sitting for the call.
Let's see here. I'm gonna open this up. Making sure, is it you? Wait a minute. Is my talk again, just so I can make sure your volume's all right?
Yes, you are audible. Hope I am audible.
Yeah,
Is it
you
good?
look good. Okay, much better.
Yep, sorry.
All
My
right.
mic is-
No worries. State of the trenches, just to get on into it. Again, state of the trenches is just so you guys can funnel in. We get to cover a little bit of Solana news. So today, I kept it a little short. We do have a lot to share about V2 coming up. Stick around. Solana Foundation backed Aave and announced Aave is coming to Solana. Sunrise, actually, I believe, as far as the token is concerned, did help back that, but the foundation actually ended up, because of the Aave hack and things that have happened, they've actually ended up giving some money to those who have been affected. So
About
interesting.
yep, about 90% of the money was given back by all the organizations. They got together and collectively were able to raise about 90% of the money that was exploited through the bridging issue of layer zero. And we are all are really happy about it that we are able to instill the confidence of people who are using DeFi actively, and we'll have to harden things, and that's where most of our time is going. As I said, like the reason why Claude was I'm exhausting the limits of all the frontier LLMs is just to make sure everything is hardened on our side as well. So yeah.
Yeah. Claude Opus 4.7
Yes.
and Codex. Codex is also another really, really good one. But if you have them work in tandem together, that it definitely helps out. Just a little hint there. USDT is coming heavy on Solana as USDC and USDT fight for dominance. I love to see this. I actually like the fact that DAI through Chip,
Mhm.
the DAI token, the decentralized one, is also, doing its best to make to Solana or make it heavy on Solana. I think the more stable coin options that we have, the better.
Yep.
Keeps away
And
acidity.
overall, like there is this sad part that USDC is still not aligning themselves with what people in DeFi want, basically blacklisting addresses that are not getting those assets legitimately. But I think
Yeah.
so for those reasons, people are moving more to the USD side because they reply back faster and blacklist those addresses to claim the underlying dollars as soon as
Yeah.
possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that does have to, we've touched on this last week. I think it was last week or potentially even the week before. That actually does have to do with some legal
Yep.
jurisdictional reasons. So that is that.
No, no, it's more of a corporate reason. Basically, USDC is asking to have a court order issued before they,
Yeah.
blacklist anyone, and USDT Tether does not do that. They just want to know
Well, they're
the
in the
reason of the
Cayman.
fact.
Yeah, they're in the Cayman Islands. The problem is that the USDC is based, I believe, in New York. Am I wrong? I think
Yes.
it's New York. They
No,
have
even Tether
insanely.
has no, even Tether has the same roots. There is not much difference between Tether and Circle.
Yeah,
The only difference is Circle is a public company, Tether is a private company.
yeah.
Apart from that, jurisdiction wise, licensing wise, both are pretty much similar.
Gotcha. So there's no conflict there, because that would be
No,
the only thing I would think would hold them back. I mean, I don't know. I have no who the hell am I?
no,
But I would think that jurisdictionally, like that's why they're like, yeah, dude, we can't
no, no,
just
no,
because you call us, we can't fuck
no.
wallets. So and that honestly, that's the best take. I actually agree with USDC on this, not USDT, because then that
Mhm.
the problem is now you're moving into, okay, we're just gonna pause everything because you said so.
We can provide legitimate proofs, on-chain proofs, if something is
Sure.
exploited to any of those companies, and they're
Yeah.
trying to follow the rule of the older financial rules to safeguard this newer sort of revolutionary finance that's fully on-chain, that moves in milliseconds, so that is not compatible.
Yeah, it's so hard. I mean, I like I say, I genuinely don't I am not attacking USDC, I promise.
Yep.
Yes, they're slow, but the big thing is like I don't know what pressure they're under. I mean, the US government is a pretty large apparatus, if you know what I mean. Um I don't want to be under their thumb either. Just putting it out there, US government. My CIA guy's watching, so chill. Chip available on Solana via Sunrise. Sunrise, the reason I wanted to just put that, I mean, obviously I just said about the DAI token. I guess there's something to do you know what that is with the chip
It's
compared to the
No, I didn't get a chance to get into chip, but I just wanted to say what Sunrise is. Sunrise is basically a wraparound wormhole
Yep,
bridging mechanism, which basically allows you to bridge assets across different blockchains. So
yep.
it's just a revamped UI version that is built over wormhole
Yeah,
infrastructure.
literally. Yes, 100%. 100%, that's all it is. It is well, I mean, it's a wormhole product, I guess you could say,
Yeah.
that allows tokens to be listed, I guess, like quasi natively on Solana. So, but Chip is one of those that is available. It's somehow tied into the DAI token. So,
Mhm.
if anybody knows, please drop it in the comments so I don't look retarded, and I will read that on the fly. But other than that, it looks like institutional capital adding Marinade Finance. Institutions look like, for me, at least from what I'm seeing with like what they're investing in, what money's moving into, they really, really want this yield. And
Yep.
obviously, most of that is staking, which is why they're going after things like Jito and Marinade finance, which is like a restaking. Loop Scale is rolled out Loops 2.0. I guess this one is particularly targeted towards RWAs, so it's a little bit different than their older product. Pretty much the same, but just RWA focused. Helios rolled out Lana AI. If you guys have not actually gone on there and tried it out, it is. Have you tried it?
No, no, I haven't tried
No,
it
you haven't
because
tried it?
yeah,
Pretty cool, man. I was
yeah,
actually
yeah.
really shocked.
It's more for people who are just getting into blockchain than the people who are into it.
Yeah, 100%. I just wanted to try it just to see its capabilities. It is really cool. I thought it was it's like one of those novelty items, in my opinion.
Yep, yep.
But yeah, new people potentially, they're able to use a block explorer a lot easier, have it explained to them more in like a human way, right? Like not a non-developer way, I guess. So that is pretty cool. I thought that was a neat addition to the ecosystem. Hi, by the way, Zahaib. Welcome,
Let me
welcome.
just join. Yeah.
Our real-time engineer. Looks like the collectibles are coming back. So this is just there's like all these. I don't know what the heck's going on, to be honest with you. This just this week. I haven't seen this happen before, but like there's just a ton of actually very large companies. Candy's
Mhm.
actually huge. Used to be on Ethereum. I believe they moved to like I can't remember the name of the blockchain, but it was like a L2 kind of situation. Huge, massive. They have like NFL, NBA, soccer stuff. They had like all kinds of like DC and Marvel stuff. So this Candy platform is actually a lot bigger than what people think. And they're actually moving to Solana. Fidget, I don't know how the heck to say that.
Vegetables.
Fidgetables. There you go. And then Fantix Collection and Rip. So these are all actually pretty big. The Rip people are teaming up with like Phantom. These are all like I believe they're all like trading cards and collectible based items that actually can have some tangible value in the real world is what I mean. And then as well have a digital footprint that is tracked on chain. So pretty cool. I actually agree with a lot of this is that there could be a physical digital hybrid. And I think that's actually pretty smart. It allows for a digital footprint with a physical item. And it looks like all of these companies who have previously chose other blockchains, whether it be like Arbitrum or some other blockchain, they're moving to Solana because of its speed and low cost. So Super Team Black, a founder success program to scale startups on Solana. This is actually a pretty huge announcement from Solana Foundation as well as Super Team. So like Super Team X, kind of an overarching. This one is going to be specifically focused at scaling out and helping scale out founders that make it into these hackathons because I think what they're seeing is a lot of these founders are getting into the hackathon. They're kind of like getting the hackathon, ooh rah rah, and then hackathon ends, and then there's kind of no support for that. And some of these founders, startups, are not knowing what to do next or don't have any resources available to them if they don't win. They're still a great project. But I think Super Team Black is sliding in there to help scale that out. So that is state
Interesting.
of the trenches. Now, for the big news, Flash Trade V2. Actually, V2
Yes.
beta.
Yeah, V2 beta is coming out live probably this week. It's a silent rollup where the power users of FlashTrade who are actually using Flash as of now would given access to this beta mode of V2, where they will have the most cheapest fees, no transaction costs, and a heck lot of assets offered at once on the V2 mode of Flash Trade. And we've been testing it for at least, I think it's 2 weeks now, and yeah, hardening everything and making basically rolling out the red carpet for the beloved traders.
Oh yeah. Yeah, the alpha group. I mean, this is V2 beta, but we will have a alpha testing group. So alpha testing group will have the red carpet rolled out for them.
Yep.
And it'll kind of be like all hands on deck. Team is fully paying attention to them, what they see, what they like, what they don't like, errors they run into, all that stuff will be tested out. If you
I'm
are part of
sure
the
that I'm
old
sure there
alpha
won't be
team,
any errors, but yeah.
no, 100%. 100%. Absolutely not. But yeah, the team will make sure that they get on all that stuff right away.
For
So,
sure.
what did we get done this week?
This week was all about V2 and how we go about it. So we'll just start with the pointers that I've laid out here, which is like
Mhm.
probably around this week we would slowly start giving access to people who are using Flash Trade heavily as we speak. They would find an interesting model that appears on Flash.trade and which would direct them to creating their account on V2 and and probably will have some money in that V2 account as well to get started. We don't want you to put any money as well when you're getting started with the alpha
Yeah.
group. So yep, the first trades would be on us. The money would be for you to check it out, and I'm sure the experience would be addicting enough that you will never go back to V1 or any other exchange from there. So that is
Yeah.
where we are. And along with that, although I was not fully sold into revamping the UI, but the team was all in that direction, because given everything has changed on the back end,
Yeah.
the team really wanted to have something that has changed on the front end, and we've changed quite a lot of things and made everything much better. It's so much better that I am sticking more myself. I'm seeing myself on the V2 website than on the V1, because it looks much better. So I think that might be a good thing, but let's see what others would have reacted on. But yeah.
No, 100%. I love the UI. Actually, funny enough, this morning I woke up, went on my phone, pulled up, like Flash Trade in general, because that's really what I do. Forgot I had beta on. I was like, what the heck happened? And then I was like, oh my god, this is V2, because you pushed
Yeah.
out a lot of updates, by the way.
Yep. Yep.
So I immediately noticed. I'm like, what the heck? It looks, I don't know, to me, and my personal opinion, I know, not everybody has it, because taste is so subjective. I
It's
personally think it's amazing.
Design
I
is
like,
very
yeah,
subjective, and
very subjective. So for
and
me,
a lot of
I absolutely love it.
a lot of people, yeah, for sure. And yeah, another part is,
Speed.
yes, we are still discussing on this, what sort of assets that we can list and what sort of exotic assets we can have, which basically keeps you stuck around on V2. This is something that we're actively looking at. And if any of the viewers, or if any of the Flashes community who is watching this, if you have any suggestions, please messages, DM us, put us tag us, or put in our Discord. Just tell us what you want, and we will try our best to have
Yeah.
it as soon as possible.
Yeah, we're definitely here for you all. We want to make sure that we have things listed that you want. So
Yes.
if there is something super cool that you obviously see across other exchanges, but preferably not across other exchanges, that'd be great. We can list it on Flash Trade. So all suggestions are on the table. You can jump in our Discord, by the way, link, and YouTube. The link's already there for you. On X, it's actually in our bio. So you can just click through to the profile and then go to our Discord, and you can drop all your suggestions there. If you are a FAF staker, you'll have your own private group. Make sure you drop it there and you tag Mighty Mags. That's me. And we'll get to that.
For sure.
All right. And then searching for, lining up partners for the launch.
Yes, I think distribution is very important as we go live with V2, because we really want everyone to try this out, and that is what we are trying, basically planning and lining up as very, very interesting partners who take the distribution to the next level. And we also have to make sure what we have is also worthy of catching everyone's attention, and then going through the right distribution channels will basically make that whole funnel worthwhile, and we'll have an epic retention rate to that distribution. So totally planning in that direction and improving everything that we can do, so
Yeah.
that this funnel and distribution sticks around. And it's all about strategy overall. Like, to be honest, like, I'm sure a lot of people understand that you can, given with enough time, you can create interesting, you can basically do interesting technological breakthrough stuff. But distribution is something that a lot of people might forget, or think that, okay, you might, if you build something interesting, people might come, but it's not happening these days. Things have
Yeah.
changed significantly in the past 2 years. So that is where we are trying to put our heads on, with what best we can do to get that, catch the distribution of the whole trader community around the world. And yeah.
Yeah. So it's tough though. There's so much that is, I think a lot of people discount like how much has changed. That the landscape is radically different than what I,
Yep.
even just 6 months ago. It's so different now. I think, you know, even, let's say there is somebody who's a marketer in Web3. The biggest issue I hear from some of the people is that it's keeping up with, like, what's working and what's not because it's so quickly and
Oh,
rapidly
man,
changing
yeah.
because
One
of
thing
AI.
that I really want to add here is, like, when we hire an engineer, we hire who's actually an engineer. But in crypto, when you hire someone on the marketing side, they don't have actually a marketing background. That is where we actually might have lost a lot of dollars on, because if you
Uh-huh.
hire someone who's professionally doing something and then doing that thing for your company, it makes more sense. So I think
100%.
that is where a lot of people and a lot of founders have gone wrong.
Yeah, it's hiring the right person for the job,
Yes,
and
yes.
unfortunately, I think, like Anas said, is that a lot of them hire an engineer, like, and then they're like, or actually, to be honest, they don't hire an engineer. They hire a shit poster most of the time. I mean, it is kind of true. I literally see on X like job post for X, what is it, hyper growth and shit poster, and you're like, what? Maybe that worked 6 months ago, but now I don't. I don't think it
Yep,
actually works anymore. Like I said,
yep.
changing way too rapidly. Flash Trade V2 Alpha Group. So I know Anas has already gone over it, but if you do see that you have this available, you should see a pop up, right, Anas? Because their
Yes,
wallet
a
will be right.
model. It would be right in center of you when if you are one of those selected users. So, yeah.
Yeah. So there's a white list that we're going to be rolling out slowly, and if you are chosen to join this alpha group, this modal will pop up for your wallet.
Yep.
And of course, at that time, follow the prompts, follow the actions that are on that modal for you. It'll get you into the Flash Trade V2 platform because right now we kind of do have it segregated. So you will have to have permission access. And of course, if that is you, please jump into our Discord. That'd be amazing. But we also do have a little help icon. I mean, that is also there available for you if you're not on Discord. And then, of course, you can DM us directly on X. Not preferable because we're really not, we'll get back to you maybe in like 24 hours or something like that. But the preferable method really is Discord. If you're on Telegram, you could just reach out to Mighty Mags. You are chosen, and you are really not
For sure.
Discord option at all. The funding mechanism. Zohaib's here. He hasn't spoken at all, so I wanted to give him
GM,
something.
GM,
I wanted to give you something to talk about, brother. Good morning.
GM, everyone. Am I audible?
Yes,
Yep.
sound good actually.
Oh, perfect. Yeah, there's quite some stuff rolling all alongside as we plan the V2 rollout and have the migration for the for what's left with V1. And yeah, rolling it all together. Funding as the ultimate like kickoff is been underway. But more interestingly, like there has been a lot of discussion around how secure we could make the whole magic block integration, which is powering V2, and that's been the focus. So we've put in all of the checks in place, which kind of make sure um, your experience is seamless and
Mm,
the underlying security is also hardened alongside.
yep.
So for people who get access to V2, we would love to kind of have your feedback on what things can be improved. But yeah, like the whole experience of not paying or kind of having to struggle with your transactions landing out even after paying the highest fee, that would be done for, and that I think is the right step forward for us to make markets more efficient, um, and finally have the best possible UX for traders.
Yeah, that
And
instant
that's
trade is insane.
yeah, and that's not just on the UI. You could plug it into your agents, or you could have your own like trading bots
Yep.
operate without having to worry about fees. So that's a big win. Really
So
excited to
crazy.
see how that scales.
Yeah, I can't wait for that. That's very cool. Yeah, trading bots. I actually, funny enough, I didn't even think about it. Yeah, AI. Holy cow. With that kind of execution. All right. Gonna get crazy up in here. More assets. How many? I guess I actually saw something this morning. You were like, was it Piss said like, how many did you want or something like that? And Anas replies, all of them. I just thought that was insane. I was like, what? What? Pith was talking about like price feeds, and Anas was basically just saying, give me all of them. I want
Yep.
all the price. Which is pretty crazy because the reason I bring it up is because it's like Flash Trade V2 handling all of them. That's wild. Finally at that like hyperscale moment.
Absolutely. I think it's just a matter of time when we have the floodgates open. So it's up for the users to bring up requests for listings, and we are happy to comply.
Yeah. Yeah, that's one of the big things is like, I mean, that's if you've been here, that's really been our philosophy in the first place, is that it's a user driven kind of UX UI where we've provided things that either ourselves, like we as traders really, really wanted, or something that the community really demanded. And that's same exact philosophy here when adding more assets. The squeaky wheel gets greased. So get into Discord, get on X, and drop some comments in the X post down below for us. That'd be amazing. Let's see if we have any comments right now. Do we? Oh, guys, unbelievable. Oh no, we actually do. Hi folks. What's up? Some digits. Tom. Left G. Tom's here. Good to see you guys. Some digits always pulling through, and then Panda. Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah. Anything to add more on V2? What were you talking about with Pith, by the way? What was that? That was basically just you saying all those price feeds, we wanted them. Right?
Yes, basically the idea is to get access to 24/7 price feed so that we can offer 24/7 trading on Flash, and that is
Yeah.
what we are trying to get. And I think everyone is moving towards that, and we
Of
also want
course.
to be on that place. So
Yeah, that was wild. So look forward to that. That was a little alpha. I wasn't expecting him to say. Yes. I was just expecting to say a whole bunch of assets. But yeah, we're definitely looking into. I mean, we've said that in the past. So 24/7, and that's across the board with like a bunch of different stuff, not just like stocks, but there's like metals, commodities that also need to be pushed in that direction. I believe Pith has some of those price feeds. Some of them they may not, but that's the direction that pretty much everybody. Yep. Zahib, the funding mechanism. Any more elaboration? I know you didn't. We kind of covered it last week, but anything else, or pretty much same as last week that we covered?
Not much on that front just yet. All eyes on V2 rollout, and that's the prime focus for now. And for funding, we are ironing out the launch to make sure we have the right audience before we make the move to have it live.
Understood. Yeah. Looking forward to this alpha group. I really want to see what they say. I was blown away. Like I was literally speechless. So I'm assuming that's kind of how they're going to be. They're going to be like, what the heck? It's really tough to believe until you get your hands on it, like how good it is. I myself was in complete disbelief when I first got the link to Rise. Yes, very much so looking forward. Do you gentlemen want to leave our audience with anything else for today before we close out?
I not much. I think we have a lot of work to do to basically ship this out and make it fitting so that everyone basically sticks on Flashdot trade. So yeah, busy
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, a lot of work to do as far as the marketing side. Zahab, did you want to add anything else, sir?
Not much at the moment.
All right. Sounds good. I'm going to bid you all adieu. I'll do an outro and we'll get to the marketing side. In fact, we have a team meeting coming up. I think it's going to be a pretty important one. Boop. Oh, nice. Go. All right. Now you get to stare at my ugly mug for the next few seconds. Thank you all, of course, for joining. V2 is going to be a big one. Those of you who are, uh, kind of been around with us for a long time, you utilize Flash Trade a lot. We do see you. Obviously, we're paying attention. One of those rewards is that you will be in the Alpha group. So, Alpha group, look forward to getting those modal pop ups as we roll that out this week. More and more each day, we will be pulling in more users so that we can kind of do this in a staged way so that we're not overwhelmed and our most ardent users are there right off the bat. Thank you all again for joining. V2, by the way, one of the coolest things that I saw is that it literally has instant execution. It's you click the button, it's like I actually am not sure. I mean, obviously, there's kind of like a dashboard for it. I'm not sure exactly on the speed up, but not don't want to speak out of turn. But it is almost dang near instant. When as soon as you hit the trade, you'll see it in the UI, and it's just beautiful. It's like something of beauty. So it's kind of like what we've all been wanting this whole entire time. We've got markets. We can list a ton of different markets, instant trade. There's really just not the UI is absolutely beautiful. And then with the redesign or the new kind of like kickoff of the UI for both mobile and desktop, that'll be really cool. So we look forward to more and more marketing on that front. But Alpha Group, see you. Let's get to it. Let's make this thing the next big splash on Solana. And as always, traders, I'll see you in the market.